Hey subscribers, we're going to do question 23 on density. Let's have a look at what it says first. So there's a 5 marker. First thing you do with these types of questions is, well, read it first and then make sure the units will line up. So 200 gallon steam kettle, we don't normally use gallons, but we'll see if that's relevant in the question. Is used to make soup. The kettle is in the shape of a cylinder. We've got the diameter of the kettle, which is labeled. The depth of the soup is labeled. The density of the soup, which is given. And the soup is to be dispensed into tins that hold 400 grams each. How many tins can be filled with the soup from the kettle? Right, so we need to work out the volume of the soup, and it's interesting that they've given us the mass of the soup that is going to be dispensed rather than the volume of the soup. So let's start by trying to figure out the volume of the soup. So volume of soup, which is just the grey bit here. We have centimeters here and meters here, so we're just going to change this to 120 just to avoid decimals. In some questions it might make more sense to change this to 0.67 meters, but we're going to try to stick with centimeters. So it's 120. The volume of the soup is pi r squared times height. That's the volume of a cylinder. It's going to be pi times, now the radius is half of 120, 60 squared times height, which is 67. So put that in the calculator. So 60 times 60 times 67. So that's 241,200 pi centimeters cubed. So we're now going to work out how many 400 gram tins we can fill. So if we know the volume of the soup, the issue is we don't have the actual mass of the soup here. So we're going to work out mass of the soup. So density equals mass over volume. If we rearrange this, we can say mass is density times volume. So let's use that. So density of the soup is given 1.15 grams per centimeters cubed. Now we're going to need to convert this because this is, we want it to be, actually we are sticking with centimeters, so it's fine. So density is going to be 1.15 times the volume, which is this thing here, so 241,200 pi. So we have that on there. We're going to multiply it by pi, and then we're going to multiply it by 1.15. That gives us 277,380 pi. Now this is a mass, so it's going to be in grams. Notice that it's in terms of pi. We might, in some other questions, turn this into a decimal if you just press SD button or the format button and go down to decimal. So that this is how many grams we have. And all we need to know is how many 400 gram tins we can fill from this. So we're just going to divide this answer by 400. And that's actually going to give us straight away the answer. The answer is going to seem a bit odd, so we're going to change that to a decimal. So we can fill, so number of 400 gram tins that can be filled would be 277,380 pi divided by 400. So that there is not a nice way of showing a number. So to change it to a decimal, essentially it's 2,178.5 tins, but we can't have half a tin. It's just how many full tins can be filled up. So this will become 2178.537, and then wavy line approximately equal to 2178 tins in total. Wow. Okay, there we go. 5 marker. I think we did it in just under 5 minutes. I hope that was useful. smash the like button. I'll see you in the next video.